All right, hello. My name is Jack Bosch, and today we're going to talk about flipping houses without using any of your money. And the first module is about choosing an area to invest in. My name is Jack Bosch. I'm the CEO and also obviously a co-founder and contributor to my Open Path. My claim to fame is I have flipped over 3,800 pieces of real estate since the year 2002. And I am going to walk you over the next few modules through the process of how to flip houses and wholesale houses without using any of your own money. And let me clarify that or classify that. If you have to sometimes use $100, that still qualifies as no money compared to the purchase price of the property, which might be $100,000 or $500,000 or something like that. And the most you will ever need to get the deal done might be something like $100. All right, so what you will learn today, in today's session, you will learn how to, first of all, common misconceptions about real estate, about wholesaling, about how to do these deals. Right, and also about which area you can choose. Number two, we're going to talk about understanding your end buyer. Number three, we're going to talk about that you shouldn't be a pioneer in your industry, and instead you should be looking for movements, basically where there's other people out too. Number four, we're going to talk about different markets, which kind of market you should be going for when wholesaling houses. And number five, we're gonna obviously diving into what is the best market, what is the ideal market. And number six, we are going to look at some test market strategies on a very high level, but since this is the introductory module for the entire wholesaling mastery course. All right, so module number one, common misconceptions. Well, common misconceptions in real estate is that values go up and down proportionately in all markets in the United States. And that is obviously not true. Real estate is extremely local. Even if we go look back into the years of 2008, 9, and 10, when the real estate market crashed almost the common perception was that the real estate market was in the gutters all over the United States. And that was absolutely not true. So it's absolutely not true that the markets all over the United States go up and down at the same time. You might have little market bubbles that pop up in one market and then come down. You might have areas like California and Arizona went through the roof, in Florida and Nevada too, in the 2006-7 run up to that, and then got destroyed afterwards. And where at the same time markets like Wichita, Kansas were completely stable and did not move more than 5% in that entire time period. That actually has an effect on what you should invest on in a market that you want to wholesale in, right? These are things you want to take into consideration. Also, on top of it, not only across the United States, within one bigger market, there is pockets that go up and down all the time. Like I live in Phoenix, Arizona, and there's a central corridor just north of downtown that is completely going nutty right now, with everything being bought up. It's like all 1950s built kind of stuff. And these houses are not very big. The apartment complex are kind of outdated. Everything is being bought up. Everything is being remodeled. Everything is being put into good shape again. The funky modern restaurants are moving in. So in this market, prices are going through the roof. Yet in other parts of the market, prices are stable or perhaps even slightly declining. In other markets, in other segments of the market is a little slower, and so on and so forth. So it's all very, very, very local, even within one market. So you got to keep that in mind. Number two, if an area is going up in value, then it must be a great area to invest in. Well, generally speaking, that is true. Because when an area goes up in value, then it's always a good thing. But it all depends on your strategy. So for example, if you are, and right now we're in this program, we're talking about wholesaling, but let's expand for a second our horizon. If you want to be a cash flow investor, then a market, once it hit a certain price level, is no longer a good market for you to invest for cash flow, like for example the San Francisco Bay Area. I mean, you might get $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 in rent on a condo in downtown San Francisco, but that condo costs $1.5 million. So your mortgage on that condo is probably much higher than the rent you receive, but the market is going up. So that to me is not investing. That to me is speculating. And we're going to have a different kind of, we're going to have a course probably in my open path sometime down the road where we talk about speculation versus investing. But at this point right now, I just want to point out that that is a investment strategy, but that investment strategy requires deep pockets because every single month you're losing money and you're hoping for the appreciation to be more than making up the loss in cash that you have every month. And certainly that works, but it only works until it doesn't anymore. So therefore, I am staying away from these kind of techniques, and instead, I'm wanting to make sure that I'm making money right now. And the way to make money right now is that you buy and sell very, very quickly, ideally without even using any of your money, and ideally even on top of it in a way that that you still leave money in for the next guy, so that the sale happens literally, that you, the day you have the property under contract, you also get to sell that property. So literally, it's a very, very quick transaction that might be as quickly as done as 7 to 10 days. You both bought and sold the property without using any of your money. So number 3 also, it talks then is if an area is going down or has a stagnating value, then it must be a bad area to invest in. That's not necessarily true at all either, because it depends on the strategy. When the market was declining steeply in 2008 and 2009, there were still great deals to be had in those markets. Just the way you actually execute, or what the strategy you execute, is different. We're going to talk about that in just 1 second. And particularly in a stagnating market, it's a great market to invest. And also a market that has already steeply declined is an amazing market to invest, because now all of a sudden cash flow works, as well as it's a distressed market in that case, and in a distressed market is some of the best deals that can be found in such a market. So again, these are misconceptions that exist about real estate. And number 4, the misconception there is that you should only invest in your hometown market. That is not true either. Now, obviously, it again depends on your strategy. Now, being in your hometown market has some advantages. And if you live in a big market where there's plenty of houses to go around, then there's no reason for you to move into a different market initially, because you got everything you need right in your backyard, and you perhaps already have some of the relationships in place, or you can build them easily, and you can, if necessary, jump in the car, drive down to the property and go look at it. But that doesn't mean that you have to be in that market. When it doesn't mean that you are doomed in the real estate space if you live in a little itty bitty town of 250 people an hour away from the next bigger city. You are not, because as I will show you through this program, we're going to talk partly about virtual wholesaling, where you can basically flip deals all over the country without actually having ever seen the house, without ever having to met the seller one-on-one. I mean, you meet them over the phone, but not in person, and without ever literally setting foot into that state. So we're going to talk about that too. And number 5, competition. That competition in the other investors in your market is a bad thing for business. That's a misconception. That's not necessarily true. As a matter of fact, some competition is actually good. And usually, if there's absolutely no competition in your market, that's actually a very, very big alarm signal and a very, very big alarm flag that you want to look at. Are you looking to invest in real estate? Then click on the link right now here and come to the other side, where there's literally dozens of trainers waiting for you with top-notch real estate, online marketing, and financial education training. Plus, you can set up a free demo account and get 4 courses right away without any credit card necessary. Click on the link right now.